President Obasanjo brought me into government, and I stayed on through Yaradua and Jonathan. You know, every administration has a different character, and it takes on the character of the president. Now, Obasanjo, I always say Obasanjo is one that can intimidate you with his character, and I always say that Yaradua actually intimidated you with silence. Jonathan is very different from those two. Jonathan's kind of either is very open. I think we know that his view of governance is that you delegate authority to the institutions, to people to actually do their work, which is actually very strange in this country because we're used to centralized power. And where we're going in this country is that, look, we have to understand that we have to devolve power. We have to build institutions, and we can't personalize institutions. So in a way, what Jonathan is doing is that he's just swimming with the river, with the tide, that this is where we're going in Nigeria, whether it's by design or default. Now, he has one quality that every politician needs, which is timing. What I've observed, and I've observed it very closely, is that when the heat is on, there tends to be people like us who go and say, Oga, you must do this, you must do that. He tends to take his time. People think that he doesn't know what he's doing, but he has a gift of timing. I'll give him that. You will call him anything you want, but you can't underestimate a politician who seems to have the gift of timing. No, I think, you look at the country that we've inherited, the political system that we've inherited, it came from the military era. And I think what's happened with the demographics of this country, what's happened with technology generally, has fundamentally changed this country in ways which I think the system is slightly out of step with those changes. And it's happening all over the world, actually. You can see that when I joined government was still, this is 6-7 years ago, we were still really in the 20th century. But very quickly, and when I joined government, the BlackBerry was not available in Nigeria. And if you look back just 5 years ago, it's a very different media landscape. Very, very different media landscape. Nigeria has always been a fairly open media landscape compared to the rest of Africa. It's our tradition. And if we're really going to be the leader in this continent, then we have to embrace that new technology, we have to embrace the new economy, because it's only in the new economy that's going to grow the kinds of jobs, the quantity and the quality of jobs that the demographic explosion is happening. So if we're going to have the demographic dividend, I think Jonathan is well-meaning. You will not find many people who won't tell you the same thing. He's well-meaning. He never expected to be the president of Nigeria. And in fact, I'll tell you this for nothing. There is no day that those who designed the Constitution of Nigeria ever envisaged a day where a man from the Niger Delta will be the president. So he's had to work against all those prejudices. And it's been a tough 4 years. But I think if he has another chance, he's learned a lot. You'll see the best of Jonathan because he's a good man and he means well for Nigeria.